Okay, DHU, that here you can say this D loop, D arm or D loop, it is also known as the DHU. Okay, D arm or this loop, it is known as the DHU. So here they have given DHU arm and loop contain dihydrouridine. It helps in the recognize the specific amino acid, activating enzyme amino acyl synthetic. There is one enzyme. The name of enzyme is the AAtRNA synthetase. AAtRNA synthetase. Synthetase. This is the big enzyme. Okay. Amino acyl tRNA synthetase. Okay. AAtRNA. They have again recognizing a specific amino acid activating enzyme amino acyl. This is the amino acyl synthetase means you have to write amino acyl tRNA synthetase. So this is the enzyme. Now, the anticodon loop, I told what is the role of anticodon loop because it involves in the pairing with the opposite base pair of the mRNA strand. Okay, it involves in the pairing means complementary base pairing takes place with the opposite base pair. Okay, suppose that mRNA they have the AUG, mRNA strands. I told mRNA strands they have the AUG. So opposite of mRNA it will be the UAC, clear UAC. So UAC present in the anticodon loop. UAC present in the anticodon loop. And AUG where it is found? It is found into the 5 means mRNA strand. 5' to 3'. Okay. Clear? So UAC, AUG. So this is found in okay. Now they have given codon loop contains 7 unpaired nitrogen bases. Means here they have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, so total how many? 7 unpaired. Okay, in which 3 direct involves in the anticodon loop. Okay, 7 is there, but 3 directly involves, which is located towards the mRNA strands. Okay. Among them, 3 nucleotide act as an anticodon, which are complementary to codon of mRNA. Okay, I told among these 7, so 3 are very important. These 3 are act as a anticodon. These 3 act as a anticodon, and they have the complementary loop. Okay, means they have the complementary base pairs. Basic function of this anticodon means it carries specific amino acids towards the site of protein synthesis. Okay, the basic function of tRNA, it carries the specific amino acids, which I told already. The function of tRNA, it will go binds with the amino acid and binds with the amino acid and it brings the amino acid near to the mRNA molecule. Okay, because amino acid binds at the acceptor end of the tRNA strand. So amino acid generally found here. Okay, means here it will bind, and ultimately when the amino acid linked with the acceptor means tRNA molecules, that is called the charged tRNA. Okay, charge. I'm telling one important thing that you can say charging of tRNA molecule. Okay, charging of tRNA molecules. So charging of tRNA molecules. Charging of tRNA molecules. Okay. What is the charging of tRNA molecules means? When the tRNA accept or when the tRNA have any amino acid with him or they have itself, that is called the tRNA molecules. Means charging means when the any amino acid attached at the 3' end means acceptor end of tRNA. Now tRNA behaves as a charged tRNA molecules. Okay, it behaves as a charged tRNA molecules. Now look at different structure of the tRNA. Okay. These are given here. Acceptor arm, and this is the DHU loop, and here anticodon loop, and this is the different structure. Mostly RNA molecules is the single stranded. Sometimes it can form If you see here how it is looking like, it is looking like the double stranded, but actually if you stretch, if you'll stretch like this, then you will get the single stranded. Okay, if you'll do like this, stretch like this, then you will get the single stranded RNA molecule. So most of the time, the RNA molecules is always single stranded, always single stranded. Okay, now this is the mRNA molecules 3D structure. Next is the ribosomal RNA. It is also very important. mRNA finish, tRNA finish, and third is the rRNA, ribosomal RNA. It is the maximally present. Okay, 80 to 85% of the 80 to 85% of the total mRNA, total RNA is found. Okay, means rRNA covered occupied the 80 to 85%. Okay, clear? Okay. Decoding the coded information carried by mRNA into protein is called translation. Translation we will discuss. Translation means when the mRNA molecules they have the some code. Okay, this code can be decoded by, and during decoding, three things involves: mRNA, rRNA, and tRNA. mRNA they have the message means code and decoded by the tRNA, and during this uh, rRNA also play important role. rRNA is the site where tRNA can bind. Okay, because mRNA already present. So first of all in mRNA, rRNA bind. This is the mRNA strand. Drawing this is the mRNA strand 5 prime to 3 prime. So firstly who will come? Firstly rRNA will come. Firstly rRNA will come. Okay, firstly who will come? rRNA will come. It means this play very important role. Then third one is the tRNA. tRNA will come with the different amino acid. Okay, clear? So in this way attachment they have synthesis of polypeptide chains of mRNA strands with the help of tRNA and ribosome is called the translation. I told mRNA strand with the help of tRNA and ribosome means ribosomal RNA. These three together involves and they involves in the translation phenomenon. Okay, translation takes place in cytoplasm. I told already this is the cell. In the cell, nucleus is there. In the nucleus, mRNA is synthesized. mRNA synthesized, mRNA transport. mRNA synthesized, mRNA synthesized, mRNA transport into the cytoplasm. And I told why cytoplasm because ribosome present into the cytoplasm. It is not present into the nucleus. Okay. So that's why mRNA will come into the cytoplasm. And you know very well RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, where ribosome is present, or sometimes the ribosome may also present in free form. Okay, sometimes ribosome may also present in free form, or sometimes, is most of the time, it is present with the RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so when the mRNA came, now mRNA search for the rRNA. Okay, so here they were. Translation takes place in cytoplasm. The required components for the translation are. So how many components required? I told three is the major component. Three is the major component means mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. Clear? mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. These three are very important. Along with this, some also important which can see here. Look it. mRNA I told, tRNA, ribosome. Okay. Amino acid, very important, because during this they are going to synthesize the protein. Okay, and protein basically made up of the amino acid. Protein, just wait one second, means protein monomer is considered as a amino acid, so amino acid is important. And there is the amino acid synthetase. I told one enzyme that is called AAtRNA synthetase. AAtRNA synthetase, or it is also known as the amino acyl synthetase. Amino acyl synthetase, these are given AAtRNA synthetase or amino acyl tRNA synthetase. Okay, both are the same thing. amino acid synthesis or amino acid tRNA synthesis. So this is the large enzyme which play which play important role during the activation of amino acid. Means I told the charging of tRNA. Charging of tRNA means when the amino acids gets attached on the 3' end of tRNA molecules. Now tRNA is called charged tRNA. Okay, when the amino acid gets attached on the 3' end of tRNA molecules, now the tRNA is known as the charged tRNA. Okay, and there one also enzyme found into the peptidyl synthesis. Okay, peptidyl synthesis. This is the ribozyme. Peptidyl synthesis. So you can say it is the ribozyme. Ribozyme. Anyone can you tell what is the ribozyme? What is the ribozyme? Gauri.
It may act as catalyst, sir.
Very good. Okay, so when the RNA molecules basically ribosome act as enzyme, that is called the ribozyme. Okay, so peptidyl synthesis activity found into the large subunit of ribosome molecule. Okay, because I will discuss later. So they are the 23S rRNA. Okay, so this peptidyl synthesis activity found into the large subunit of rRNA molecules. Okay. ATP very important because metabolic activity, metabolic reaction is going on. GTP also, and magnesium ion. Magnesium ion act as a cofactor. Magnesium ion act as cofactor. Cofactor means what? Cofactor means the molecules or elements which play important role activity of the enzymes, like amino on this what you will say amino acid synthesis, amino acid tRNA synthesis. So this magnesium ion act as a cofactor or coenzyme, but metal is there, so metal you can say cofactor. A coenzyme means when the vitamin means most of the vitamin they act as a coenzyme. So coenzyme generally vitamins like NAD, FAD, TPP, biocytin, TFH, okay, cyanocobalamin. So these are the coenzyme. Okay, so means cofactor also play important role for the activity of enzyme. Okay, you already studied into the biomolecules chapter. Enzymes I taught clearly. So these are the substance which needed during the translation phenomenon. Okay, now whatever they are given, the process of translation takes place into the 5 steps. Basically 3 steps: initiation, elongation, termination. But 2 more steps they have again given before the initiation. Okay, look at here. First is the activation of amino acid. This is not initiation, and attachment of activated amino acid to tRNA molecule. So these 2 steps is more, because I told the 3 steps is important: initiation, elongation, termination. But 2 steps also initiate means during the initiation they have also included. Okay, but basically how many steps involves initiation, elongation, and termination. This in these 2 steps, sometimes in different book they have given these 2 steps included into the initiation. In initiation means during the initiation they have the 2 steps given inside. Okay, like activation and attachment. Activation and attachment, it comes in the initiation. Okay, but here they have given the separate, so we will see the separate. So activation of amino acid. Second is the attachment of activated amino acids to the tRNA molecules. I told this is called the charging of tRNA molecules. Initiation and elongation and termination. So these 5 different steps involved during the translation or protein synthesis. So translation, simply you can say protein synthesis. Okay, so first step they have given the activation of amino. Suppose that what happened, this amino acid is present. This amino acid is present, it is moving or it is present into the cytoplasm. Okay, it is not directly bind with, because they don't have the energy, they don't have power. Okay, it cannot directly bind with the tRNA. So firstly it will activate. How it will activate? We will provide the energy, ATP. So now here you can see the specific amino acid present in the cytoplasm, it is wandering into the cytoplasm, gets activated by the specific amino acid tRNA synthesis enzyme and ATP. So for the activation of these two things needed, AA tRNA, okay, AA amino acyl synthetase, enzyme, amino acyl synthetase enzyme, clear, plus ATP. Three things needed for the activation of amino acid. This is the amino acid. Firstly, amino acyl synthetase, enzyme. Along with this, ATP also needed, because if they have the energy means now this amino acid can bind. Otherwise, it can't bind. Okay, so it have given. It forms amino acid acyl adenylated enzyme complex. Okay, this is the amino acid means AA plus ATP plus amino acyl synthetase, that is the enzyme, and I told it is act as a cofactor. So magnesium ion act as a cofactor. Ultimately what happen, a complex will form, and this complex is known as the amino acyl adenylate enzyme complex. Okay. Adenylate means this is the ATP molecules, because ATP molecules gets added. Okay, so that's why they have been the adenylated. Okay, they have mentioned here the adenylated complex. Okay, so adenylated enzyme complex. So these are the first steps. Activation of amino acid in this way takes place. Clear? I think clear. Is it okay? Is it fine? Gauri?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. So amino acid, this amino acid gets activated by the AA synthetase enzyme, amino acid synthetase enzyme plus ATP. Along with this, together they form a complex. Magnesium will also play important role, because magnesium ion act as a cofactor for this enzyme. Okay, magnesium ion act as a cofactor for this enzyme. So ultimately they form amino acyl adenylate enzyme complex. Okay, amino acyl adenylate enzyme complex. Okay, so these are mentioned here. Next step number second, that is the attachment of amino acid to the tRNA, or simply it is, you can say, this is also known as the charging of tRNA. Charging of tRNA. Charging of tRNA, or activation, attachment of amino acid at the tRNA molecules. Now, the DHU loop, here this is the DHU loop, dihydroxyuridine. The DHU loop of a specific tRNA recognizes the activated amino acid according to its anticodon. Okay, this is the anticodon, this is the 5' end, and this is the 3'. And here the DNA molecules will be the 3' to 5'. Okay, because they have given the, this is the vowel, okay, because two are the complementary, two are the directly pairs, but U means third is the vowel like. Vowel means that is not fixed, it can be changed, but two is the fixed. Okay, ZZ, that is the fixed, but third position of the 3' end of tRNA, and 3' end of first mRNA. Okay, so these positions are considered as a vowel. Okay, now, so this is the DHU loop, dihydroxyuridine. The DHU loop specific tRNA recognizes the activated amino acid according to its anticodon. In the anticodon, what they have recognized, if the UGG means, that will be the C, and here U means, that you can say ACC. Clear? That will be the ACC. Is it fine? ACC means that is acceptor arms. Okay. Now, the activated amino acid binds to the 3' end of tRNA, and it results to the formation of amino acid tRNA. Okay. So here that amino acid binds with the tRNA, which end 3' end. That is called the acceptor end. I told this phenomenon is known as the charging of tRNA molecule. Okay. This phenomenon is known as the charging of tRNA molecules. Okay. Now, so here it is binds with this 3', and this is the complementary base pairing. Here they have mentioned, and this is the DHU loop. Okay, and this is the tRNA amino acid. So everything is mentioned. Clear? So the activated amino acid binds to the 3' end of tRNA. It results in the formation of amino acyl tRNA complex. Amino acyl tRNA complex means now the tRNA molecules we have such a charged tRNA molecules. Okay, so now clear your concept. This is the enzyme, and the name of enzyme is the amino acyl synthetase. Amino acyl synthetase. This is the big enzyme. Now amino acid will come and bind here, and this is the active site. And tRNA molecules also will come. tRNA both will bind, and ultimately what happened? The basic function of tRNA synthetase, you can see it involves in the attachment of amino acid with the acceptor end of tRNA. So here this is the tRNA acceptor end, and here amino acids both will bind, both came into the amino acyl synthetase enzyme. This is the big enzyme. This is the big enzyme. And what happened? ATP also came along with this amino acyl. ATP also there. So when the amino acid gets attached this, so ATP they release the energy. ATP, because they consume the energy, means here ATP they converted into the AMP, means now they lost the energy, they release the energy, means they lost the energy. So ultimately what happened? Now this, oh, this is the 3', this is the 3'. Okay, so now amino acids gets attached at the 3' end. Okay, so tRNA high energy bond. Ultimately, what happened? This at the acceptor end of tRNA molecules, amino acid gets attached. Okay, and when it will gets attached, so I told this phenomenon is known as the charging of tRNA molecules. Okay, now the tRNA charged, it can means it can be bind with the mRNA. Okay, bind with the mRNA along with ribosome. Okay, because ribosome already bind at the mRNA strands. Okay, so this is the basic steps during the activation of amino acid. Next is the translation, how it is going on. Initiation of polypeptide chain. Let's look at here. This is the DNA. mRNA forms. mRNA is going to form translation. This is called the central dogma. Central dogma. Clear? This is called the central dogma. I told already central dogma, but one is the exception that you know very well. Do you know the exception of central dogma? Anyone, can you tell the exception of central dogma? I taught yesterday. Exception of central dogma. Solunga, Latika, Arvind, Kavinila, Gauri. Do you know the exception of central dogma? Do you know?
Viruses, sir.
No, not viruses. I told reverse transcription. Virus is already exception. Everything is exception because virus is not considered as a cell. It is the connecting link between living and non-living beings. Okay. So reverse transcription. Reverse transcription. I told yesterday reverse transcription. In reverse transcription means firstly RNA strands is going to formation of cDNA. cDNA then forms the RNA, then protein. Okay, so this is the exception of central dogma because central dogma saying DNA, RNA, and protein. Central dogma saying DNA and RNA, protein. Okay, clear? So here they have been translation. Okay. Yes. So this is the translation. This is the translation, and when the means when protein is formed, this phenomenon is known as the translation. During the translation, what will happen? This is the ribosomal unit. It is the large subunit, and it is the small subunit, Okay, and tRNA, they have the bind with the amino acid, means anticodon loop. That is the charged tRNA. Now it is not bind, but when the binds with, when the mate means methionine binds at the acceptor end of tRNA molecules. Now tRNA behaves as a charged molecules. Okay, and it involves in the translation mechanism. Okay, next step you can see. Okay. Initiation of polypeptide chain. Just a minute. Initiation, that is the third step. First is the activation of amino acid, second is the charging of tRNA or binding of amino acid with the tRNA molecules, and third is the initiation of polypeptide chain. Now, the ribosome binds to the mRNA at the 5' end. The ribosome recognizes the initiator codon AUG on mRNA. We know this is the mRNA codon, and in mRNA may be AUG where it is present. Firstly, recognize. Suppose that GUGCCCA AUG, here AUG. So ribosome will move throughout this move and perform the scanning. After scanning, what he got? He got that AUG present here. AUG present here. Okay, so AUG present here, then ribosome will bind here. Okay, ribosome will bind here because AUG is the initiation codon. And you know very well, AUG always code the methionine amino acid. It always codes the methionine amino acid. So this is the first function, means ribosome throughout the mRNA strand scan, and ultimately it will recognize where the AUG code is present. Where the AUG code is present, from there it will start. From there it will bind and starts the uh, polypeptide synthesis or protein synthesis. So they have recognize AUG. The tRNA having anticodon UAC carries formyl methionine acid to the site of initiator codon. Okay, so they have the formyl methionine. Okay, basically in eukaryotes, they have the formyl. Sorry, in prokaryotes they have the formyl methionine. Just listen what I'm saying. In case of the prokaryotes, they have the formyl methionine. In eukaryotes, such type of things not needed. Why? Because eukaryotes mRNA molecules, in eukaryotes mRNA molecules, they have already capping, tailing, means post transcriptional modification already takes place. So eukaryotes, they don't have the formyl methionine. Formyl methionine always found into the prokaryotes. Clear? They have the tRNA having anticodon UAC carrying formyl methionine acid to the site of initiate codon. So you have to learn formyl methionine always found into the prokaryotes and it is never found into the eukaryotes. Okay, it will generally not found in the eukaryotes. Okay, it initiates the polypeptide chain. Okay, means it involves in the initiation of polypeptide synthesis. Now here you can say second is the elongation step. Just a minute. Second is the elongation, means when the initiation start. Now the elongation during the elongation, it is the linear growth of the polypeptide chain on mRNA. Okay, so this is the mRNA strands. This is the mRNA strand. Firstly, this is the large subunit, large subunit of ribosome, and this is the small subunit. So first is the methionine, means first amino acid came, and they have the different region like A, P, A. P for exit, P for promoter, A for acceptor. Because this ribosome also have the three different region. This ribosome have the also three different region from where it only binds. Okay. E stands for exit, P for promoter, and A for acceptor. Means from which side it is going to accept. From which side it is going to accept, means UUA. This is the second codon. Okay. So second amino acid come and the acceptor side, and which was the first, it will move towards the exit side. Okay, and ultimately it removes the outside. Okay, so in this way elongation is going on. This is the second step, that is the elongation of polypeptide chain or elongation of protein synthesis. During elongation, the charged tRNA, I told when the amino acid binds with the tRNA molecules, that is called the charged tRNA. The charged tRNA that carries the specific amino acid enters the ribosome. It attaches it at it attaches to mRNA to next initiator codon with the help of anticodon. Okay, means what we have seen during the elongation time, second anticodon means second tRNA will come with the second amino acid. second tRNA will come with the help of another amino acid. So now here you can see it attaches to mRNA next to the initiator codon with the help of anticodon. The peptide bond forms. Okay. The peptide bonds forms between these two amino acid by the peptidyl synthetase. And I told peptidyl synthetase is a type of ribozyme activity. Why? Because this type of the activity it is found into the large subunit of ribosome. Large subunit of ribosome. This enzyme activity found into the large subunit of ribosome. As the peptide bond forms, the tRNA becomes uncharged, means they remove their amino acid and it leaves the ribosome, means from exit side it will go. Okay. The ribosome moves codon by codon in the direction of 5' to 3' direction. Along with when the ribosome will move, because I told the ribosome firstly come and it will binds with the mRNA. When they move one by one, along with that, when they move one by one, along with that, tRNA also will come. New tRNA, new means charged tRNA molecules will come. They will give their amino acid and uncharged form they release. Okay. Ultimately, what happened? One amino acid linked with the another amino acid, and where this activity perform into the large subunit of ribosome, that is the peptidyl synthetase, and this peptidyl synthetase involves in the formation of peptide bond. Ultimately it will form the protein. As the peptide bond forms the tRNA, I told already, the ribosome, okay, as the ribosome moves over the mRNA, the coded information decodes into the polypeptide chain. Ultimately, what you will get during the termination type, there is the you will get the protein. You will get the protein molecules. Now, this is the another step, and this is also you can say UAA. No, now not now turn, because during the termination type, stop codon or nonsense codon came, and when the nonsense codon will come, and when the nonsense codon binds with this, ultimately they will release there the amino, means they will release the ribosome. Suppose that here this sequence like that, UAG UGA, UAA, UAA, UAG, and UAA, UAG, UGA, UA, UAG, UGA, UGA. You can see any sequence here they again. UAG, UAG. This is the sequence. Okay, this is the stop codon. But this is not, because here AGG, they pairing with the 3. There is the pairing with the 3. Because this have already paired. So you can't say it is the GGGC. Okay, this is not. So stop codon means when it will come like UA, UAG, UGA. These 3 stop codon will come. Ultimately, what happened? Ribosome detaches from the mRNA, and tRNA also leave their place, because non-stop means stop codon or nonsense codon, it can't recognize by the mRNA. It can't recognize by the ribosome molecules. Ribosome molecules, they are unable to recognize nonsense codon or stop codon. Okay, and when this strike with the stop codon, the ribosome means it breaks into the 2 subunit, large and small sub. Okay, and when they break, now the polypeptide synthesis terminates. Okay, and no protein synthesis takes place because already over. Okay, so in this way the protein synthesis takes place. Now here you can say okay, this is the amino acid AUG CCC, that is the okay. mRNA GGU, no issue, it is going on. Continue, protein synthesis is going on. Here protein synthesis takes place. Okay, ultimately you can see now here no stop codon. No stop codon means it will continue go. Okay, and in next class I will talk about the remaining, means I will talk about this figure again. Okay, so thank you to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.